Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet, starring the entire Nelson family. Here is Ozzie, who plays the part of Ozzie Nelson. And, of course, his lovely wife, Harriet, as Harriet Nelson. The older of the Nelson boys, David, appears as David Nelson. And his younger brother, the irrepressible Ricky, played by Ricky Nelson. The Nelsons' next-door neighbor, Thorny, is played by Don DeFore.
Here's the mail, Mom. Oh, thank you, dear. Has Will Thornberry been over here yet?
No, not that I know of. Why, was he supposed to?
Yeah, he's going to lend me his Bob and Ray counterfeit set.
What's this?
That's a real neat thing. Heck, you can make real genuine counterfeit money with it.
Well, they'll put you in jail for that.
Well, it's not real counterfeit money, Mom. It's just imitation stuff. You know, the kind of stuff they use on a stage.
Oh, well, you be very careful what you do with it.
Well, you just use it for jokes and stuff. Heck, you can make all kinds of money with it. You make Chinese money, French money. You can even make Confederate money.
That reminds me, I think we'll have Southern fried chicken for dinner tonight. Oh, say, look, if you're going over to Will's, will you give that to the Thornberrys? The mailman left it here by mistake. Oh, look at this.
Is it money?
No, it's an ad from Wentworth's. You know, the new store in town, they're having a sale.
Oh, yeah. That store's really beautiful, Mom. You ought to see it.
Yeah, I understand that it is.
Well, I'll see you later, Mom.
Oh, here, don't forget the letter.
Oh, loafing on the job, hey?
I sure am, and I'm getting some ideas here that may scare you, too.
Now, wait a minute. Don't tell me you're going to cook us another Hungarian dinner tonight.
No, I just been looking over this opening sales advertisement from Wentworth.
Oh, yeah, they tell me that's quite a store.
It looks like quite a sale, too. Listen to this. 10% off on everything from toothpicks to pianos.
Oh, say, that's pretty interesting. After all, we could use a new piano. Ours is only 3 years old, you know, and a couple of the strings are out of tune.
What's going on? You having a picnic in here?
No, Dave, but I understand they're having one down at Wentworth's department store. Only the women are invited.
That sure is a swell-looking store, though. Ricky did a real nice job.
Well, what did Ricky have to do with it?
And he spent so much time down there watching them build it that they made him honorary foreman. Where is Ricky, anyway?
Oh, he's over at Will Thornberry's. They're fooling around with Will's counterfeiting set.
No. He promised to help me get some firewood tonight, but I guess he forgot all about it.
What's the firewood for?
The school rally tomorrow night. We were going to have a picnic, but it got too cold, so we decided to have a bonfire instead. Our club was elected to get the wood.
Dave?
Yes, sir?
Are you sure they're going to let you have a big bonfire like that?
Oh, sure, Pop. We got permission. Now all we need is the wood.
Well, that might not be so easy to run down at the last minute.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about, too. I'm chairman of the committee.
Does anybody want any money?
Well, you're back pretty quick.
Yeah, that machine of Will Thornberry's is really great.
I hate to change the subject, old boy, but did you forget you're supposed to help me collect some firewood today?
How about that? I guess I did forget.
Come on, let's go.
Okay.
Hey, wait a minute, Rick. What do you got sticking out of your back pocket? Looks like the afternoon mail.
Oh, yeah. Mom asked me to take these over to the Thornberry.
Wait a minute, come back here. I didn't say anything of the kind. I told you to take one letter over to the Thornberrys.
Yeah, I guess you're right, because I'm a little mixed up.
Well, look, here, I'll take the letter, son. Look, Ricky, you're a part of our family. You accept the advantages of being one of the members, so it's up to you to accept a few of the responsibilities, too.
I must admit you're right. And I'm not just saying that because Christmas is almost here.
Well, your father's right. You show plenty of initiative about other things like Will's counterfeiting set. Let's have a little interest in things around the house.
Okay, Mom.
Come on, Ricky, let's go.
Okay. Mom and Pop are just smoothing out a few of my rough edges.
If you ask me, they're too late.
Oh, hey, here's a letter from Thorny.
Oh, I know. I asked Ricky to take that over to them. The mailman left it here by mistake.
No. I know about that one. I mean, this is a letter from Thorny to me. Oh, for goodness sake. Sometimes he acts like a big kid. Here, read this.
I'm tired of hearing you complain about my not paying off on the Rutgers-Princeton football bet. Since you're so impatient, here's the $5. Oh, wait a minute. I thought Princeton beat Rutgers.
Well, not in 1948. That's the year we made the bet.
Well, at least he's paying off.
Well, yes, but look what he paid me with. Confederate money, and counterfeit Confederate money at that. He attaches a little note. Hang on to these, Oz. The South will rise again. Signed, Jefferson Davis Thornberry.
Oh, look, here's another letter from Wentworth's department store. They must really like us.
Oh, it's probably another advertisement for their opening sale.
Oh, no. Apparently the Thornberrys are opening up a charge account down there, and they've given us as credit reference.
Well, that's Thorny for you. He owes me a football bet for about 5 years, pays me with counterfeit money, and then gives me as a credit reference. Here, let me see it. Do you think this man is a good financial risk? Yeah, I just got a fiendish idea.
I don't like the gleam in your eye.
I'm going to answer some of these questions honestly. Would you consider this man a good financial risk? Definitely not. Let's see, there's another thing I think they should know about. He has an illegal source of income, this Confederate money.
You're not going to mail that, are you?
No, of course not. I'm just going to kid him along a little.
Hi, Oz.
Hi, Thorny.
I was just coming over to see you all. Hope you got my message, sir.
We did, Thorny. We got a tremendous kick out of it. It was very funny.
I thought it was inspirational myself.
Oh, say, by the way, evidently you applied for credit at the new department store and gave us as a reference. They sent us a little application form to fill out.
Yeah. What'd you say about me, Oz? Nothing bad, I hope.
Well, of course, you realize in a case like this, a person has to tell the truth. I mean, they can check up on you, if you don't.
Oh, of course.
Well, I simply told them the truth. I said, in my opinion, I thought you were a very poor risk, that you issued counterfeit money, paid your debts with it, and that you were a bad influence on the neighborhood.
Wonderful, Oz, wonderful. Now, what'd you really say about me?
Just that.
You mean you actually told him it was a bad risk and I used counterfeit money?
Well, yes, Thorny. After all, you did welch on a bet with me and paid me off in counterfeit money.
But, Oz, that was only a gag, and you know it.
Well, I know, Thorny, but after all, there's a civic duty to perform in a case like this. I mean, they wanted straight facts, and so I felt it was my duty to give it to them.
Just a minute.
No, wait a minute.
That hasn't been mailed yet, and it's not going to be.
No, what do you think you're doing?
Poison pen letter. There you are. Now what you got to say about it?
Well, simply this, that the credit reference is in on our kitchen table.
Well, I just tore up.
Well, that's your telephone bill. They sent it to us by mistake. Goodness sakes, man, calm down. Don't blow your top. Oh, Harry, there you are. The gag was terrific.
You mean about the credit reference?
Oh, Thorny really went for it.
Oh, I hope he didn't take you too seriously.
Are you kidding? He tore up his phone bill. He thought that was a letter to the department store. He still thinks I'm going to mail it.
Oh, Ozzie, it seems like an awful dirty trick to play on
Well,
him.
are you kidding? He'd do the same thing to me if he had the chance. Poor Thorny. You know, it went over so big, I think I'll take the real letter out there and tantalize him a little more.
Oh, great. And you were calling him childish.
Harriet?
Uh-huh.
What did you do with the credit reference? I left it on the kitchen table, right in the envelope.
Well, if you left it there, dear, it must still be there.
Hi, Pop.
Oh, hi, son.
Looking for something?
Yes, something very important.
It wouldn't happen to be a letter, would it?
Oh, yes, it was. A letter to the department store. Did you see it?
Yes, sir. You forgot to mail it, so I mailed it for you.
You really mailed it?
Yes, sir. I did even better than that. I took it down to the store myself and delivered it in person.
Son, why did you do that?
You told me to use my initiative.
Well, I know.
Don't mess around, boy.
Yes, I know. Holy smokes, this is awful.
Did I do something wrong, Pop?
No, you didn't do anything wrong, son, but, gee, I sure did.
You told me to use my initiative.
I know I did.
Don't mess around, boy.
I know.
Well, if there's anything else I can do for you, Pop, just whistle.
I will, son. Oh, Rick? Rick? Yeah, Rick, there is something else you can do for me, son. I know this is a rather unusual request for your old dad to make, but I think it's fitting to the occasion. I wonder if No, I guess those shoes of yours aren't quite heavy enough.
Yes, may I help you?
You're the credit manager, I assume?
That's right. Won't you sit down?
Yes, thank you. My name is Nelson, Ozzie Nelson.
How do you do? I assume you're here to open a charge account at the store.
No, it's my neighbor who wants to open the charge account. He listed me as reference.
Oh, then you've mailed in the reply?
Yes, that's what I wanted to speak to you about. A rather humorous situation has developed. See, my neighbor is a bit of a practical joker. He pays his debts in counterfeit money. Not exactly counterfeit money. I mean counterfeit money. If you know what I mean.
I'm not so sure that I do.
Well, I'll explain that later. At any rate, he's applied for credit here at the store.
Wait just a minute now. You say this friend of yours who's a counterfeiter is asking for credit?
No, he's not a counterfeiter. As a matter of fact, Mr. Thornberry is a very fine man. He's been my neighbor for some years now, and his son sent away for this little outfit to make
Mr. Nelson, you've done us a great favor, believe me. We want to thank you for tipping us off to this deadbeat Thornberry. Now, naturally, we've thrown his application in the waste.
Mr.
Nelson, it's a great pleasure to meet an honest man.
About that card. See, that's what I wanted to clear up.
It's perfectly clear as far as I'm concerned. My job would be so much easier if there were more men like you, sir. I wonder if the police shouldn't know about this man.
No. If you'll just let me explain. This whole thing is a joke.
A joke?
Yes. You see, Mr. Thornberry is a fine man. He's a good friend of mine. I didn't mean anything I put down on the card.
I think I understand what's bothering you, Mr. Nelson. Obviously, a man of this type could be dangerous. However, all the information you've given us will be held in strictest confidence. He'll never know who lowered the boom.
Please, if you'll just give me a moment to explain. Now, you see, Mr. Thornberry, as I say, is quite a practical joker. Now, he and I always play little jokes on each other. So when I got this credit reference, I thought it might be funny to put down a few devastating things about my friend. I'll guarantee he'd have said the same thing about me if he had the opportunity.
Oh, don't you worry about that. His word doesn't carry any weight around here. There won't be any problem with your charge account. I'll just fill out an application and we'll send it right through.
No, that won't be necessary.
Oh, we appreciate what you've done. As of now, you have a charge account with Wentworth's.
Well, thank you very much, but I didn't come down here to open a charge account.
Well, the least we could do is let you have one without the usual red tape. I'll tell you what, on your way out, stop in the sporting goods department and pick yourself out a nice little gift.
No, believe me, you don't understand.
Mr. Nelson, I hate to seem rude, but really, I'm very busy.
Well, but what about Mr. Thornberry?
Don't you worry about that. You'll be protected. Your name won't even be mentioned. Thank you very much for the information, Mr. Stool Pigeon.
Not at all, huh? Well, I got a little wood, but not very much. Okay, you guys keep looking. Yeah, I'll see you later. So long. Oh, hi, Pop.
Hi, Dale.
What's the matter? Something wrong?
Oh, no, where's your mother?
Well, she and Mr. Thornberry went downtown.
Oh.
She hasn't been able to find any firewood yet.
Oh. Well, looks like you might have to dip into your club treasury and buy some.
And we spent all the money from the party fund.
Oh, you have a party fund?
Yes, sir. We split the treasury into 3 funds. The party fund, the recreation fund, and the athletic fund. We spent the party fund on a big party we had last month.
Oh. Well, maybe you can borrow some for the recreation fund just as once.
We spent the recreation fund on the party, too. We figured the party was recreation.
Oh. Well, that leaves the athletic fund then, doesn't it? Or does it?
Well, that's just it. We spent the athletic fund on the party, too. After all, we did play games.
Hi, David. Hi, Pop.
No, hi, son. Here, help yourself. I've had plenty.
Nice, Pop.
Where have you been?
I've been outside getting some firewood for our party tonight.
What do you mean, our party?
You wouldn't have a party and not invite your old pal, would you, old pal?
This party's just for the guys in our club and their dates.
It just so happens that I'm available tonight.
It just so happens I've got a date for tonight, too.
Let me put it this way. You wouldn't have a party and not invite your old pal and his firewood, would you?
Did you really find some firewood?
I sure did, boy. I found plenty. I just used the old initiative. Now all I need is a hatchet.
Oh, look, Ricky, if you're thinking of chopping down the elm tree, forget it.
No, I really found a lot.
Ricky,
Yeah?
how would you like to go to a party tonight?
Hey, you really mean it?
Sure, it's just like you said. I wouldn't have a party and not invite my old pal.
And I don't have to sit out in the car this time?
No, you can come inside with all human beings. You and your firewood are cordially invited to our party. Now, where is it?
Well, come on outside. I'll show you. Oh, Pop, I forgot to tell you. Mr. Thornberry's looking for you.
Ooh. Where is he?
He's out in his front yard.
Oh. I think I'll go out back for a while.
Oh, there you are, Oz. Looking all over for you.
No, well, I was going to stop over to your house tomorrow or the next day.
I wanted to see you about that credit reference you wrote.
Oh, well, Thorny, surely you know I didn't mean any of that stuff. I mean, I think you're a wonderful guy.
Yes, that's true.
I couldn't ask for a finer neighbor.
Okay, Oz, I can take the hint. I'll pay you the $5 I owe you.
No rush about it, Thorny. You're good for it. You've been good for it for all these years.
No, Oz, I want to be prompt. Here you are. 1, 2, 3, 4...
No. That's enough, Thorny.
Just a minute.
That's plenty. I'm lucky to get this.
450? 5.
Real money. Gee, thanks a lot, Thorny. You didn't need to rush this like this, really.
Now, Oz, what were some of those things you said in the credit reference?
Oh, well, you know I was only kidding about that stuff. I didn't mean any of it.
Wait a minute. What were some of those flattering things? Deadbeat, Welcher, untrustworthy. You know, if somebody actually read that stuff, they would think I was a bad credit risk.
Oh, gee, it's lucky you have such a wonderful sense of humor, Thorny. I mean, actually, I didn't mean to mail
What do you mean?
Sit down, Thorny, but start laughing again.
Oz, tell me something honestly. Did you mail the letter?
Believe me, Thorny, it was an accident. I know it's a terrible thing, and I'll do anything I can to make it up to you. Here, take back one of the dollars.
Oz, I couldn't think of it. No, I'm glad you mailed the letter. As a matter of fact, if you hadn't, I would have.
What are you talking about?
Oz, you see, this gives me an opportunity to play a dirty trick on my wife. I mean, not dirty trick, just a funny little joke.
Well, I must admire you as a guy who likes to live dangerously. Come on out in the kitchen. I'll get you a little drink, and you can tell me all about it.
Well, not a bad idea.
Sit down, Thorny.
Thanks.
I have to hand it to you. You have a wonderful sense of humor. Now, what was this little joke you played on Catherine?
Oh, well, this morning she mentioned she was going shopping with Harriet, so I told her to go on down to the new department store and take advantage of the big sale. I said, buy the place out and charge it. Get that, Oz? Charge it? It's too bad I'm such a poor credit risk.
Oh. Oh, Thorny, that's an awful dirty trick to play on Catherine. I mean, the poor girl will go down there and try to buy a few things, and they tell her she has no credit.
Wait a minute. Holy smoke, Oz! Oz, Catherine must have bought out the whole store.
Well, isn't that what you told her to do?
Well, yes, but I didn't think my credit was any good there.
Well, frankly, I didn't either, but it looks as if they decided to trust you for a few small things.
Few small things. Oz, these few small things are enough to drive a guy right into bankruptcy.
It really was a pretty funny idea you had, Thorny. It's a shame it backfired. You'll forgive me for laughing, but it is kind of funny.
No, go right ahead. I'd join you, but it's a little difficult to laugh with the walls of the poorhouse closing in.
Oh, Thorny, you don't have a sense of humor. Holy smokes! What's that?
What's what?
Well, look over in my yard.
Well, Laffy boy, it looks like Harriet's been doing a little shopping herself.
Well, this is fantastic. Look at all this stuff. It looks like a warehouse.
Boy, it must have been a wonderful sale.
Gee, Catherine and I had the best time down at the store today.
Yeah, so I noticed. You kind of lost your head, didn't you?
Well, no, I only bought a few things. Very practical things, too, that we need.
Oh, yes, like a new piano. We only have one for the living room. We need one for the den desperately.
What are you talking about?
Pop, do you know where the hatchet is?
Oh, yes, it's right out in the garage, son.
Boy, the little man here really came through. You should see all the firewood we got.
Yeah, I don't mess around, boy.
That's fine. Good for you.
We got a whole bunch of old crates from the new department store. They even delivered them for us.
Well, that's swell, Dave. Look, right now I'm shouting at... I'm in a discussion with your mother on something that's rather important.
Oh, pardon me.
What did you just say, David?
I said, oh, pardon me.
I mean, did you say that those crates outside are empty and the department store gave them to Ricky?
Yes, sir, for a bonfire.
Oh, congratulations, boys.
Oh, thanks, Pop.
Wonderful, fine.
Come on, Rick, let's chop them up.
What's the matter, dear?
Nothing, Harriet, just a mild case of shock. I saw those big crates outside, and I thought you'd gone on a buying spree.
So that's it. Well, you can relax. I bought a very inexpensive dress.
Oh, this is a dress?
Well, of course, it's the sort of a dress you should wear a hat with.
Oh. Well, a hat and a dress. I'll settle for that.
Well, of course, I knew you would want me to go barefoot.
Oh, well, a hat and a dress and a pair of shoes. Say, after the scare I just got, I'd settle for about 5 more items.
Oh, fine. I'll go shopping again tomorrow. I think I did pretty well by you, don't you?
Yes, I think you did very well. Did Catherine buy anything?
Well, not too much. You know, she had trouble with her charge account.
Trouble?
Well, the credit manager wouldn't say what it was, but he was very evasive about it. They'll probably straighten it out tomorrow, though.
Oh, yes. It must have been just some little mix-up. You know, that happens sometimes.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes practical jokers accidentally mail credit references that say terrible things about their next-door neighbors.
How did you find out about that?
Well, for one thing, the store detective kept following Catherine all afternoon.
I know I don't sound like it, but honest, I'm sorry it happened.
So am I. And since it was mainly your fault, I told Catherine to use your charge account.
But you say she didn't buy much, though.
Well, not right at first. But she made up for it later on. It's all right. I think she intends to pay you back.
Oh, yes, sure. Not that I'm too worried about it, but when do you think she will pay me?
Oh, pretty soon. Will's home printing up the money right now.
Thorny, I've been looking for you. Where have you been?
Down at the new department store. I called and made an appointment with the credit manager. I figured I better get this charge account business straightened out right now.
Yeah, that's a good idea. How'd you make out?
Oh, fine. I think everything will be okay now.
Oh, good. You explained what happened.
Oh, sure. We had a nice chat, and the 4 of us had a great big laugh.
Oh. What do you mean, the 4 of you?
Well, myself, the credit manager, and the 2 policemen he called in.